Here we go. What's up, Brandon? Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
How's it going, dude?
Not bad, you know.
I know.
This is what it is.
I know. I don't even want to ask the question, how's it going anymore.
Yeah, like it's weird. It's weird to say right now, right? Because I don't believe anyone's actually good. If they are, they're rich or they're lying.
Or they're lying. Yeah. Rich.
Yeah.
Or rich. Yeah, no, I always say not bad considering. NBC, yo, trying to get that going. No one.
NBC?
Yeah.
I think that's the thing already.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think so. No, I beg to differ.
Okay, we'll Google it later. We'll look for it. Yeah.
I'm like, so far no one has said. No, one person said it to me. Hey, man, NBC. I was like, oh, I got one. Start. So what's up, man? I'd like to. So thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it for sure. First,
pleasure.
Yeah, awesome. First, I'll say a little bit of something about just to tell everybody who this is. This is Brandon Hensgens, the Brandon Hensgens from the Brandon Hensgens Challenge. It's like I'd say about 3 months ago, I started this, and you asked for like some weird song.
It was a Family Matters theme song.
It was a family. It was kind of weird, but
it's not Stairway, but it's something.
It's almost as good.
Mm-hmm. Better.
What? But no, I was like, what? That's weird. And then everyone was like jumping on, like, oh, that's pretty cool. Hey, play that song. And then it turned into like I started doing TV theme songs and then movie songs and then you started to ask for cartoon songs, and then it turned into a cartoon song thing. So, dude, just keep them coming, man. I need some fucking material.
Perfect. I got so many.
So Brandon's has been watching for about 3 or 4 months. Brandon and I know each other from Finest City Improv and the improv scene, I guess. About 2 or 3 years ago, I joined Finest City Improv. I was all new, and I was green, and I was trying to get my foot in the door, and I met Brandon and a couple other people, Randy, and some other people right away who really helped me and made me feel welcome and shit. So I really appreciate it. That, and he's on every single improv team in the world, I think. I'm pretty sure you're on my team. I just don't know.
I just don't show up to practice.
You just
sorry.
don't show up to practice or shows, but I think you're on the team. No, how many teams are you on?
Like 3, maybe 3 like regular teams.
Oh.
Like Roar, Jackie, and then Greg has hair or Lady of the Night. Those are my main 3.
Okay.
And then I do some like pop-up ones every now and then when I want to perform with someone. I'll create a group out of thin air.
Nice. Just
to perform for a couple times.
Out of thin air. That's another thing I actually wanted to talk to you about, because there's a lot of improvisers. We love improv and we're addicted to it, and but like there are not that many showrunners, and like
there's not too many what?
Showrunners, There's only a small group of people who will like put together a show, and I really appreciate what you do. I used to put together shows in music and stuff, and then I got to improv. I was all new and green, and I had to just trying to get into people's shows, work my way in there, but it's hard when you're new. And so I'm like, oh, fuck it. I'm just going to become a showrunner or make my own goddamn shows. So I would watch you. I'm watching you, man. You got to dial in.
Thank you. I mean, that's what I do. If I can't get in people's shows or get into someone's group, I'll make my own opportunities.
Just make your own. I want to be in a show. No one will hire me. Fuck it. I'll do it myself. Well, that was
mine. I don't get asked to be on too many teams, so I'll just create my own show and then I do it.
No, and that's huge though, because so Finest City Improv has lots of shows, and you do this thing called the takeover, the Roar takeover, where basically you just take it over. You take over FCI and say we're doing shit my way. And Roar, who is an amazing improv team, who've been around for 12 years or something, 15 years?
Going on that, 12 next year, I believe.
Yeah. So how did you?
This year, something like that.
How did you start doing the show running? When did that come about?
So maybe I don't think I really started doing it until the takeover, until I created Roar Takeover.
Uh-huh.
and Roar has always put on our own shows. So like we existed before Finest City Improv, before Old Town and all them. So if you wanted to do an improv show back then, you had to produce your own.
Yeah.
And so that's like my introduction into it, knowing the details of what to think about, what makes it so good, figure out the flow, the marketing of a show. So I really like cut my teeth there.
Yeah.
But when the Roar Takeover started, which was maybe 3 or 4 years ago, something like that, is when I really started amping it up a bit.
Yeah.
Because Roar has always done like those indie shows. We would rent out a coffee shop. We'll do some games. We'll do a half short form show, half long form shows, and we'll call it a night.
Nice.
And that's great. We do that for, almost a decade. And then when we had the chance to do the takeover, or like when Finest City let us rent out the theater for a night, because that's how it actually started. Was we paid to rent out the theater.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm. And then I was like that name Takeover because I'm also a big wrestling fan, and they use it a lot in wrestling.
Just learned a piece of info.
And so it just kind of evolved from that. Like we had to figure out what we wanted to do, and just kind of build off that first Takeover.
Yeah.
And it is like I am the showrunner of it, but the Roar team is incredible. I can always trust them to put on a great show.
For sure.
I don't have to worry about it. And it's honestly, it just kind of grew from that. And I put on the shows I want to see.
Yeah, for sure. Exactly. Like that's, the thing that you got that I didn't have, like when I used to put on music shows, and put like a million little moving parts in there and have this happen. A video is going to come. It's going to match with the drum solo. And then as people come in, there's going to be a thing. And then, I swear to God, everything would go wrong. Like everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I would stress out like a mother and be like, come on, wipe the tape, But the thing I respect about you is you're just laughing and hanging out and chilling. And you don't seem to be stressed at all during the show.
Really? You don't think so?
I don't see it, but are you telling me you are stressed?
Oh, all the time. The night before a takeover is one of the worst nights usually for me, especially like a big one like the Rumble.
Yeah.
And you see me on takeover nights. I'm frantic. I'm like running everywhere, checking in with you like 4 times, making sure everything's up, the decorations are set, the teams are coming. Yeah. We're not too loud for the classroom in the back. It's really like I'm not chill at all during it. I'm the least chill person in the theater.
Well, you are a good actor.
Thank you.
Because I can't tell.
Thank you. Well, a lot of work goes beforehand. So I try to do as much preparation as I can. So showtime comes, 8 o'clock hits, it's smooth from there on out. It never is.
Smoothish.
But as smooth as it could possibly be. For an improviser, I plan a lot.
Right. Well, I think when you put a show on, you kind of have to. When you put on a show with all those moving parts, you have to plan it.
Exactly. And, I'm a designer as well, so, that's where a lot of my work comes in, is designing everything and coming up with the ideas. I'm more like the creative director of it, if you will. And I just kind of plan everything out and producing it all.
Awesome. Well, cool. This is a good time to go into the photo segment, because we can just go look at some of these pictures of the shows that you put on. What?
Oh, God. Okay.
Oh, my God. It's going to be so embarrassing. All right. Let's see if I can do this right.
I have no idea what you pulled either.
Yeah, man. Okay, here we go. The first photo. Oh, can you see this? No, you can't see this. Let me share. There you go. You see that?
Ah, yes.
Okay. Yeah, this is the first one. This is you punching me in the nuts. So,
great.
Yep. Maybe slapping me. Maybe you just grazed me.
I think it was like a ball cap. I think that's what I was going for.
See, I was acting. I was pretending like it really hurt. But I'm
I didn't actually hit you. Just
I'm a really
on
good
the record.
Yeah.
I have no memory of this at all either. Was this a jam? What was this?
I think it was an open jam. And
okay.
I kind of remember, Bobby saying something about high-talking angry people.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just came out and I went that's it, we got to figure out how to get our voices down and son of it! Just like I was a high-talking angry person, and we all had to figure out how to get our voices to drop. And Erica, who's the second from the right, and is going to be on our show next week.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Erica and Craig Sutton. are going to be on the show next week. So anyway, she said something like, well, why don't you wrap a rubber band around your balls and just flick them really hard?
I have no memory of this at all. Like, I'm usually good at memory things, but this.
Yeah.
Nope.
And then Bianca was like, yeah, why don't you go in some really cold water and then it'll just make them like really big or something. Whatever. It was funny when you were there. Anyway, moving along.
Good. Good. Okay, I'm glad it was a funny scene.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Good.
Here we go. This is kind of what we were talking about. This is your last show you did, right?
Yeah, the last show Finest City did.
Finest City?
Yeah, we closed that mother down.
Yeah, you did.
What a hell of a way to end it, too.
I know.
So this is the Royal Rumble.
I love this. I love looking at these Royal Rumble cast photos after, because it's so fucking crazy.
It's literally one of my favorite nights of the year.
Yeah.
I love this one especially.
Yeah.
And this is another thing that kind of grew over time.
Yeah.
It wasn't always a Royal Rumble. It started out as a March Madness type of show, with the brackets and all that. And we only did it with the original Warriors. And then a few years back is when we started incorporating other improvisers that are part of it, and they really stepping up with the character. So it was a March Madness one, and then like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, it turned into the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I love
it. Yeah. Cadre won. It was a beautiful, beautiful night. Everyone did amazing.
Is it really like you really judge like this person's bet? Like,
did you not see it, Jason?
I wasn't there then.
It's the audience. So the audience kind of votes what scene, like how much a scene is scored. So like 1 to 3 usually.
Oh, okay.
And so if it's a 3, it's, they'll say, "If this scene was a 1, give it applause." Or 2 applause, 3 applause, and whoever has the highest applause will get that points. And so
Gotcha.
So if there's 2 people in the scene, those people will get those points.
I got you.
And then we just do we do like 2 or 3 eliminations. Whoever has the lowest points gets bumped.
Right on.
Yeah.
And there's you with your very, very serious. I think every photo you got that look, this super serious like soap opera look.
So this is my character. I was the general manager.
Oh, is that what you were?
Yeah. Last year I stepped in last minute because someone pulled out of the show. So I created a character just by the the clothes in my car, essentially.
Yeah.
So I created this sex god sort of person. Like my character's name was Brown Beauty, and so he's kind of like this yeah, he's just like a womanizer, like a Don Juan DeMarco sort of deal.
Yeah,
he comes up to Marvin Gaye, and my shirt just gets lower and lower. The cut gets lower and lower.
Every button, another button, every scene.
Exactly. And so I was a general manager, so I would just come and interrupt and add new rules and kind of throw wrenches into it. So this was one of our biggest ones.
Nice.
In recent memory.
I'm sorry I missed it. I was a little nervous to go to that one because that's when shit was starting to go down.
I get that.
Yeah.
You weren't alone.
Yeah. And directly above you is Shilpa, who was on our show last week. What? Mm-hmm. Very cool. All right.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, she's amazing. All right, moving along.
I think she made it into the finals, I believe.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
I basically creeped on Facebook Finest City Improv photos, and I picked up all the weirdest, coolest photos I could find. This is you leaping through the air. Like, I just saw this and said, what's happening? You're like levitating or something.
I don't remember
You don't remember that one either?
It's a Roar show. I know that because Andy's in it.
Yeah. Well, you jumped pretty high.
It was at least over a year ago. Because it's at the old theater.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know how I got there.
You got some good air, man.
Thank you. You. I take pride in my verticals. Yeah.
All right, let's move along here. I love this one, dude.
Oh yes, I remember this one.
I do too. And see that elbow off to the left, or just on the end here? I think that's my fucking elbow right there.
Oh really?
I think I was right there sitting down. Because I was super close to this. I got my own picture of this sometimes, but this was so fun, man.
this is like the epitome of what Roar is like for me.
Yeah, such a great shot.
Just like everyone having your back, and
Mm-hmm.
the weirdest thing ever. Like I don't remember this scene at all, but I remember this moment very clearly because I'm pretty sure it started with me and Sergio, and then people just kind of added themselves in front and back.
Yeah. I remember seeing it, going, "Oh my god, I love Roar." When I think this might have been the show you hooked me.
Thank you. Thank you.
And there's another one, getting your back. Everyone's getting your back. You don't remember that either?
Roar too. Okay, is that Skylar?
It's Skylar in there.
He looks way too close to like Seamus right now. Like they look too similar.
They look. Okay, not close in proximity, close in.
Well, both, I guess.
Faces.
Yeah, this show. I remember the show just because Skylar performed with us. We had this thing for a while where we invite not random people, but people who either are current level 5s learning the Herald, or people who we just want to play with, and we invite them to perform on our show.
Awesome.
And Seamus is always welcome because he's part of Dungeons and Dementors, so
he's badass. Which
is like another branch of Roar.
Yeah, I think I got a photo of that. Let's see. I took this picture of you. It's a good one. Let me just say. Yes. And there's a sigh in the background. This is like, I don't know, is this the dramatic one that you did?
No. This was our Black Valentine show. This was the show before the Rumble, I believe.
Yeah.
This was all Grayson's idea to do a show called Black Valentine. And when he pitched this, none of us had any idea what it was going to be.
Yeah.
And we loved it. It was a very fun and like dramatic show.
Yeah.
Yes, I do remember this show because we came out to the song Bring Me to Life by Evanescence.
Yes.
And we're all dressed in like these dark clothes. And I forgot all dark, so that's Randy's jacket right now.
I was doing the sound on this one, so.
Yes. Okay, I remember this now. And Terry, another member of Roar, he dresses in like this like bright red turtleneck, and he's the only one dancing while we're introing. So like this stark contrast of all these people like dressed in black and being very sad about it, and then Terry just comes in, just like wave his hands around.
I remember that. I do remember that.
And it was perfect.
Yeah,
it was so perfect. I was like I couldn't stop myself from laughing. It was so good.
Yeah, for sure.
That dude always makes me laugh.
Oh, he's a funny bastard. This is the serious one, right? Where you're wearing.
This is the dramatic one, yeah. Dramatic improv.
Hey, quiet! How professional, huh? Paige, quiet. I don't have a button to turn that off. And this is you with the same facial expression again.
Yeah, I don't remember what this one was. Oh, this was a Twilight show.
Is it? Okay.
That's right. Yeah.
I just love this because look at everybody's facial expressions. They're all so serious, man.
Yeah, we're trying to be like that paranormal romance sort of jiggling. And Nikki kept getting killed in this show. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, I went too far. Here's another Royal Rumble, right?
Yep, that's the last year one.
Yeah.
This is the first year we had the belt. This we really stepped it up that year.
Yeah. Look at Kirk.
We had people create characters like I think the planning started like 2 months before. Like I started planning in January, and I start like planning casting all year round. So like I take the show so seriously, more so than anyone ever should.
Exactly.
And like I start in January, I start making the graphics. I start asking people to create characters, create videos. So like everyone has made at least 1 or 2 videos per person, calling each other out, really wrestling style.
Nice.
And you can see Angeline's wearing a Gryffindor cardigan underneath that jacket.
Okay.
Right after this, she performed in our Harry Potter show, which was immediately right after this. So this was like a big, long night.
Wow, right on. Is this all right? So here you see Kirk, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's whatever outfit that is.
It's the Ultimate Terrier instead of the Warrior. It's perfection. It's so good.
And then right next to him, what is she holding?
That's Maya. Her character was Jean Valgina, which is a Les Mis character. And she's holding a baguette with a dildo.
Okay, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Just checking. Just checking. Before we move on, I'd like to point out that you have the same facial expression and your shirt is buttoned down again in this one.
Well, yes. Yes, I have no. That was the same character. That's still Brown Beauty. That's when Brown Beauty was created.
It's
okay?
perfection, man. Why change it?
It was my character. I had to keep it going through. And there you see the Roar belt right there. That thing weighs like 20 pounds.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's huge. I have it with me actually. But yeah, that's the Roar belt. What's her name? Already wanted the browser. It's such a good night too.
Nice.
Another good one.
Awesome. All right, where we go? This. Do you know what this is?
The Oscars.
Right. Correct. This is you. I took this photo, and this is you yelling. This is when Parasite won, and you were yelling, "Yay, Asia!" And I took a photo right in when you said that. Yeah, that's it.
It was a big win for Asians everywhere.
I guess so.
I didn't know this photo existed, but thank you for. I just kind of appropriated their win for Asia everywhere.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I can't believe you captured this moment.
Yeah, it was.
And I think Joe's going in for the hug right there.
Yeah, he's like, "You're right, man. Good for Asia."
Yeah, exactly. It was a foreign film that won the Best Picture.
Yeah,
brilliant.
That's a strange movie, man. I like it, but it's weird. But and this is you on the ground. I wanted to just put a little Cornerstone Improv photo in there because I know you do a lot of work with them. Love the guys at Cornerstone too. Just wanted to give them a little bit of promo, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And you're on the ground. And this is we're almost done here with the photos. This is you and Jackie, and this is with Joel.
Yeah.
And this is for the photo for the calendar.
Okay, that's right.
Right.
This was one of my favorite photo shoots ever.
Totally.
This was so much fun to do.
Yeah.
Alex was a complete genius.
And here's the behind the scenes.
Oh yes, that one. That one took so long to get right too.
Oh really?
Yeah, I had to keep jumping off of the wall.
Well, with this shot, it looks like you fucking nailed it. But
I think so. I think that was one of the ones that's my desktop background actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, we already know you got a really good vertical jump, so that's
I
perfect.
I appreciate my promos on my verticals.
And that's it. Here we are, finishing up with I'm a Brandon Hensgens guy.
Yes. I should have worn that shirt. Dang, I didn't even think about it.
You should have worn it today. All right. All right, cool. And if I'm doing this right, I'm going to get this back here, and we are back to Zoom. Oh, how am I didn't get back to Zoom. Where is Zoom? Oh, I have to stop share. That's right. There it is. Okay. Okay, cool. There it is. All right. I'm new on this stuff here, but we're getting there. Okay, cool. Well, hey, look who just joined. Kat Dudley just joined us. How about that? Gabby Reese and Kat Dudley just joined. Good to see ya. All right, cool. So want to do one little improv, and then I'll do your cartoon set. You want to do some improv?
Sure. Yeah, let's do it. I haven't done improv in a while, so.
Yeah, okay.
A little rusty.
Last time I did it was horrible. So let's do it.
Good.
Do you want to do a scene or you want to do a story spine?
Dealer's choice, my friend. You got it. Your show.
All right. Let's do story spine. That's pretty easy. Do you know it? I could put it in chat.
I vaguely remember it. It's been a while. It's been a good 6 months since I've done one, so cool.
Go. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, guys, so we're going to do just a goofy little improv thing. It's going to be awesome because improv over Zoom is awesome. So everybody listening, why don't you can we get a suggestion of Can we get a suggestion of something that describes this last segment with Brandon, like a word or phrase that describes the segment with Brandon? Please. Now we got to wait like 20 seconds for the
Perfect.
for the delay.
I love waiting. I love it.
Yeah. I hate this delay, man. I got a 10-second delay on YouTube and a 20-second delay on Facebook, man. But when somebody texts, it comes right through. So it's like time travel or something. I don't know. So we're still waiting. You know what? Why don't I'm going to go get a suggestion from the internet. How about that? So I don't have to wait. Okay, suggestion from Can I Get A? Our suggestion is irritated.
Irritated, cool.
Irritated. Okay. Once upon a time, my shoes kept coming untied, and no matter what I did, I couldn't get them to tie back on straight.
Every day, I'll just trip and trip over myself like a damn fool.
But one day, I watched a TED Talk where the guy was like, hey, tie your shoelaces this way. And I saw it, and I was like, oh my God, I think I'm going to tie my shoelaces that way.
Because of that, my life changed. I would tie my shoes correctly every single time. I was near perfect. Perfect.
Because of that, I got a job on Wall Street. They saw me walking down the street, and they were like, that guy's got some shit going on. I'm hiring him. And I got a job at Wall Street.
Because of that, I lost myself. I became corporate. I became who I hated about myself. I wasn't Goofy Joe anymore. I was Straight-Laced Joe.
Oh. Because of that, I stopped watching cartoons. I stopped watching comedies. I started reading the newspaper and listening to NPR.
Until finally, I decided, who needs shoes?
And ever since then, I've been walking the United States shoeless, going coast to coast. And it's been a beautiful, wonderful life. And scene! Oh my God, we killed it!
Woo. I think we just saved improv.
We just saved improv with our scene. So good. All right, Brandon. Thank you so much, everybody. Everybody, thank you, Brandon. I'm going to put you in the waiting room, and then I'm going to do a cartoon set list, buddy. All these songs that Brandon requested. All right, smooth enough. There it is, cartoon set list.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Oh man! All right, cool. Well, now we're back with Brandon for a little bit of a segment here, and I am going to ask you. Let's see. I had a few questions I wanted to ask you. You know what I wanted to do? I wanted to talk about Rocky Horror. That's what I wanted to do.
Perfect.
It was fun, right?
Oh yeah, the show we did.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, yeah. So here it is. What Rocky Horror? Yes. Okay. So tell you what, I got some photos. I'm just gonna bring them up. And
oh God. Okay.
Okay. So we'll just real quickly for the listeners. I'd say what is it, a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah, a year and a half ago. That's fun, right?
Yeah.
Halloween weekend.
Yeah. So like we decided to do a Rocky Horror show. There was someone who started it and then kind of disappeared and like kind of left it in my hands, sort of. And so I was like I was brand new at FCI trying to figure out how to make the show work. And you actually helped me out quite a bit. And you were like, I feel like you were kind of left in the lurch. Do you need help? So I appreciated that. And the cool thing about it is like, it was sort of a train wreck that, you know, I mean, but it was so fun, you know, like it was just fell apart practically, but also came together in an awesome way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel the same. Like we pulled it off enough, at least.
Yeah. Like
we had maybe 2 practices, and the first one,
Yeah.
no one showed. Like half the people showed up,
and no one knew the lines.
Yeah, I knew the song lyrics like
Yeah.
the back of my hand, but the actual words.
Yeah.
And my role kept getting bumped up. I kept getting promoted to like a different role.
Yes.
Because no one showed up that day. I was supposed to play Dr. Scott at
Dr.
first.
Scott, and then as you we'll see some photos, you actually were magenta.
That was magenta, which is like a dream role for me.
Awesome.
Sorry, relatives, but yeah. And it was actually really fun. I was a little bummed that I was originally Dr. Scott because I didn't want to play him.
You didn't want what?
I didn't want to play Dr. Scott.
Oh
first.
yeah, no, you didn't get a small part. Yeah.
But I didn't get a chance to go to the auditions because I was doing something else.
Yes.
And I think I was in Muay Thai at the time, so like I was pretty dedicated to that.
And where? Muay Thai, yeah.
Muay Thai, yeah.
So that's the form of martial arts you study? Muay Thai?
Yes. Yeah, Muay Thai.
Is that the only one?
Yeah, that's the main one I do.
Yeah.
That's the one I actually take classes in. Like I like a lot of the other styles too, but that's the one I have an instructor for.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated by all the other ones though, like Taekwondo, Jiu-Jitsu, karate, of course. Pencat Silat, another one I like. Like I look like it. I just don't. I don't learn it. Yeah, not yet at least.
Yeah. Right on. Well, cool, man. Awesome. Let's go to the photo. On to this. All right, cast photo. Here we are. This is before the show.
I don't see
Oh, you
it.
can't
Sorry.
see it. Here we go. I'm sorry.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, cool. All right, good. Cast photo
yes.
before. This is us before we get destroyed. Everybody's got their clothes on. Everyone's looking nice. And then, let's see. There you are!
I haven't looked at these in
I know.
like a year. I
I
haven't
know.
seen these in like they're away from my feed now, like where I don't see them every day.
I know. This is hilarious. I love it. And
This is so strange. I'm squirting some in the audience. Like, I remember I had a water bottle.
I think that's you're supposed to be simulating the rain or something in the beginning of
Yeah, and I was like squirting at people like in the face with it. Like it was such a like weird clusterfuck in a good way. But I was like, well, I'm just gonna do my bits. I'm gonna do bits. I'm gonna find what's fun about this.
Yeah.
And this isn't gonna be a professional-ish show, so I'm just gonna have fun with it and make sure everyone has a good time.
It was so fun. And it was so good because we were all doing that exactly. We were all just doing stupid bits throughout the whole show. It was barely Rocky Horror.
It was like I'm glad it wasn't because like we couldn't have gotten sued because besides like the names and the songs, like everything else was like kind of improvised.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got. This is you again singing, and there I am lurking in the background is Riff Raff.
Which is this? Which scene is this? Is it Time Warp?
I don't know. You're singing, yeah, probably. Yeah, probably this time.
Probably Time Warp.
I gotta say, Brad and Janet, they had some great outfits, man. They look a lot like her, man.
Right, Kirk and Dustin, they killed it. Like
For sure.
oh my gosh, Kirk was so damn funny as Brad. He was so freaking
funny,
funny.
dude. He cracks me up. And this is you guys peeking in on Rocky and Dustin. Look at Angeline's face, like, ugh.
Yeah.
And this is me singing the opening, and you just hanging out in front of me. That was pretty fun.
That wig is so weird.
It is. You kind of look like Carrot Top a little bit.
I can see that. I can definitely see that. Yeah.
But more burgundy. I don't know. And this is us doing the elbow sex.
Yes, elbow sex. Oh my gosh.
Elbow sex. Oh, I just dropped some. Okay, here's another one. This is when we're serving
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf. Yeah.
Yeah. This is wow.
This is the Time Warp.
Yep, this is definitely the Time Warp.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got people on stage though. There's Travis up there.
Yeah, I see Travis. We also got I think we got someone else up there too.
Oh wow! I don't think I saw this photo.
It's a good photo, right?
Yeah,
it is a good.
Like
one.
We almost like actually resemble.
Yeah.
Like formation they do.
An actual show.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we just show that one, we'd be like, oh, you guys do Rocky Horror?
Yeah, it's like it wasn't just an Oh my god! I still have that gold shirt.
Yeah.
Still have the gold shirt.
Me too. I should have wore it.
Yes.
We both should have wore it.
I know.
This is the after when everyone's got no clothes on and fishnets and we're all fucking wearing all kinds of goofy shit and makeup and.
Yeah, those our shoulder pads was like falling off towards the end.
I love it. Yours stayed on, but mine were like just barely on. I walked through the door.
Barely on, yeah.
I walked through the door at the end, and it was went boom, 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 boom. Everything just fell. I just literally like picked everything up. I just made it.
This is very funny too, because when we were practicing this like Skylar has never seen this before, and he jumped in for the guy who played Rocky.
Oh. Dude, yeah, we had somebody else set up to play Rocky who failed at the last second, and of course Skylar came to the rescue for sure.
Yeah.
He didn't even know what he was getting into, dude.
No.
And then
were you there when we went to the live showing?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't make it to that one. But was he at that one?
Skylar was, yeah.
Oh, so he saw them.
He saw them before the actual show. So that yeah.
Because he had the most risque part. He was like naked the whole show practically.
Exactly. Which is, I'm never going to stand next to him shirtless ever again.
I know. No wonder why he said, sure, I'll do it. I'm like, I wouldn't do that shit.
Yeah.
20 years ago, maybe, but...
Definitely not now.
Nope. So that's it, man. It's super fun. That's really all I had for this second bit. You want to try another story spine and then call it a day?
Sure, yeah.
All right.
Your show, buddy. Whatever you want to do.
All right, let's do one more story spine. Why not? So we can continue to save improv. Oops, you can see that you can see my secrets now. All right, there we go. Okay, so story spine. Let's see. Let's get our suggestion. It's poverty. Sad. It's gonna be sad. Once upon a time, I watched the movie Parasite, and I realized that the people in that movie's life was very much like mine, and it made me very sad.
Every day, I would just look at myself in the mirror and think, why am I like this? Why am I living in this award-winning movie? Why? Why did God give me nothing and some people everything? Why?
But then one day, did I skip?
Nope.
But then one day, the movie that I was in, it won an award, and I said, wait a minute. Even though this movie is sad, people like it.
Because of that, I started to get noticed. People saw me on the streets. They're like, hey, it's him.
Because of that, I said, I'm really poor. And if you liked what I did in that, maybe you could just give me some money.
Because of that, people started giving me money. And more money. And they didn't really understand why. They just did it like they're sheep. Like they, oh, look, a famous person. Here's some money, famous person.
Until finally, I was so famous and so rich from all of the sheep money that I decided to make a sequel to Parasite.
And ever since then, my career tanked. The sequel's never as good as the original.
and Scene. Oh, that was sad, man. Sad at the end.
Which I feel bad for lying because I feel like the sequels can be better than the original.
Sequels can't. Aliens.
Yeah, Terminator 2.
Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Titanic.
There's no sequel to Titanic.
Oh.
No, that was just a second VHS you had to play.
Oh. It's better, though, than the first one.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
Brandon, thank you so much, man. You're the best. I love you. Thank you so much for coming on. Yay.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure, man.